start out? Did you bring your own makeup to do this?
Well, I usually have wiping my forehead and doing all this stuff. You know, I'm not used to it up here by myself. Oh my gosh, yeah. Do you give your name and all that first, or just start talking? What'd you do?
Name and appointment.
Okay, I got all my prompts going. Okay. Okay, I'm Sam Cohn. My employee number is 213. I was just going to tell a little story how I got hired back in 1971. I was at the right place at the right time. Here I was, I got back from Vietnam, and I had a colonel that said, "What are you going to do, Sam?" And I says, "You know, I do not know." I was actually going to go back to Clemson University and be a coach. And he said, "Oh, I know a fella who is retiring from American Airlines, and he's going to be this VP of Ops for this new startup airline called Southwest Airlines." He said, "Would you like to meet him?" And I said, "Well, yeah, might as well." So he called a gentleman, Don Ogden, that we all know. And Don said, "Well, Sam, come over to my house and I'll interview you." So I go to his house up on Arapahoe. And I go in, I sit down, and Don says, "Well, what would you like to drink?" And I said, "Gosh, Coke." He said, "Have a scotch." And I looked at him and I said, "Scotch, I still don't like scotch." So I'm sitting there sipping on a scotch. And he tells me, "Well, Sam," said, "we have 19 pilots. We need one slot. Would you like to do it?" He said, "We're going to pay the captains $1,000 a month, and we're going to pay the first officers $500 starting out. And you'll be a co-pilot, first officer, for maybe 3 or 4 months. We're going to buy a 4th airplane, and you'll go to the left seat. You'll make $1,000 a month." I thought about that. I'm making $1,200 a month in the Air Force, but I don't have a job because Clemson wasn't going to pay me a lot of money. So I thought about it. I was still in the Air Force. I went back to Carswell, which was over in Fort Worth, and I was off of a crew since I was just back from Nam, and my boom operator, who was an enlisted man, I told him about this, and he says, "Sam, I'll take care of you." So he covered for me. I called Don Ogden up, and I said, "Don, I'll take it." He said, "Sure, Sam, go to American Airlines, your ticket's there, get your physical, you'll meet the other guys, catch a flight on Frontier, and go up to training." And I did that. So I was up in Denver for, 8 weeks, 9 weeks. We all had to go through jet training. There was only 6 of us there that ever flown a jet. So we all had to go through jet training in Denver. So I met the other guys, came back, and everything else is history. I was at the right place at the right time. So my